Hello everyone, Sensen.2, welcome to another mod overview, this time on Tax's Recipe Dealer, a mod that's pretty much an unofficial fork of the No More Recipe Conflicts mod from a while ago. And, yeah, pretty much gives you a button here in the crafting table that allows you to swap to other recipes. So you can see here there's a number 2 here, and if there was a recipe that was pretty much similar to an existing one, then you can access that. So I come across this usually with tech mods that have like plates. And that's where it's just like maybe one will have like an iron gear sort of thing, or plates or something like that. So I don't think I have any here, but for example, I'll just do a demonstration though. If you can see, there's a number 1 here, meaning there's only one recipe. If it was 2, it would mean there's 2 recipes that it can swap between, so it would be this one with, say, a log and then planks, and then another one could be just a log and then maybe, I don't know, I mean, it's 112, so I can't just say a stripped one, but say like a, some other completely different recipe entirely, so I'd be able to swap between that, but I can't currently because this one's only just a 1, but if it were the case, I'd be able to swap to 2, 3, or however many there is that use the same recipe of an oak log converts to obviously planks, or say a slab, or something else that would be here as an option. But yeah, it's pretty much just for avoiding recipe conflicts. So say you wanted to make something else, but you can't because it constantly keeps focusing on planks, you'd have it where you can access now that other recipe that it uses no clog for besides just planks, or whatever other resource, of course, in place of that being there. I don't think I have any others that appear at all. I've removed a handful of mods, but it's usually more so if you get a ton of mods that add in a ton of recipes. And some of them can cross over and they're like plates or gears or certain other things. Where you might just do like a, you know, not in this case, I think, but if it were similar with plates or something, you would have it where it's like, you know, a bunch of ingots like so. I don't think if you had like a hammer versus otherwise it would matter because they'd be completely different. But if it were like a, say, gear recipe like this or something, which I don't have one here, then it would be probably like a, this is for an iron gear, and it's like you want a different iron gear, you'd get like, say, a thermal expansion one I think has this recipe, versus like a different one entirely, and then you could swap between them. So certain situations like that. But for general use, if it only has one recipe, then it'll just show the number 1. If it has multiple options, then it'll say 2 or 3 or however many. But yeah, there is also polymorph as maybe an option, but I think that's more like for newer versions, I think. That is for 112, but for an earlier Forge version, I think, which is why it was ported forward, and polymorph is not available for older versions like 112, but it is for newer versions, if anyone is curious. But yeah, that's pretty much its purpose, is just adding a button and then viewing additional recipes. If you have any that may use the same type of recipe, and you obviously can't access that second or third one, you now can with this button here to select between the next available one. There. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.